Hello everyone, welcome to Food Fury. So today we're gonna review two products, Twix versus KitKat. Let's start with the history of both of these items. Starting with Twix. Twix was invented in 1967. I'm quoting snackhistory.com. The candy bar was first sold in the UK and was later introduced in the US in the year 1979. And nowadays, Twix is actually a worldwide brand. You can find it everywhere in the world, including Spain, Poland, Norway, Switzerland, blah, 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 blah. So it's everywhere. The person that invented it is Mr. Forrest Morse Sr. He was the son of the owner of the company Morse. Moving on to KitKat now. So KitKat, the origin of KitKat dates back all the way to 1935. When the four-finger wafer crisp chocolate bar was launched in London, UK again, both of them. So back then, it wasn't known as a KitKat, but as Rowntree's Chocolate Crisp, and it was renamed to KitKat's Chocolate Crisps 2 years later. Nowadays, KitKat also is a bigger brand. It's everywhere in the world. All right, so let's move on to the next. Today we're gonna compare these two and see who's the winner. We're gonna go by 5 different criteria. So first one is gonna be design, second price, third ingredients, fourth the weight, and fifth the taste. All right, let's start with the design of these two items. So it's pretty much straightforward. Twix is a little slimmer, KitKat is a little bigger, kind of like more like a rectangle. Better rectangle than this, proportion wise. The design, the packaging, it's pretty great. I don't see anything wrong with it. If I put it down, they look pretty much the same. In terms of design, I'm not gonna be tough on both of them, but it really depends on your preferences. I'm not gonna lie to you. I gave KitKat a plus. I like red, so it's pretty more when you go to the store, you just see the red, you're just like, oh, let me grab that. But at the same time, the Twix, you can actually see it's kind of shiny, very shiny. So that's also, and they have the Twix name in red. So it's in terms of design, they're both, I would say, about the same. Not the same, but I'll give them the same rating. It's pretty good. It's a good design, so I give them props for that. They did a great job. So design, both of them have the same points. The next step is the price. Both of these items, I actually got them at the same price. Twix $1, KitKat $1. So it's not like there's a big difference in price. Same price, so they both get the same points. No difference, same old, same price, $1. All right, let's talk about the ingredients of both of these items. That's where it gets very interesting, actually. So if we both look at those two, it's hard to read from here, but they pretty much have very similar ingredient list. I'm gonna read all of them for you, but let's start with Twix, for example. Quick reading. We have lecithin, PGPR, artificial flavor, sugar, enriched wheat flour, palm oil, corn syrup, skim milk, dextrose, less than 2% salt, cocoa powder, soy lecithin, food starch, modified food starch, baking soda, artificial flavor. So the Twix has a lot of things going on in the ingredient list. I'm gonna say that. But let's move on first with KitKat. So going with KitKat, we have sugar, wheat flour, skim milk, cocoa butter, chocolate, vegetable oil, milk fat, lactose, contains 2% or less of lecithin, soy, PGPR, vanillin, artificial flavor, salt, yeast, and baking soda. So they both have similar ingredients. I'm not gonna lie. They have, I would say when I look at both on the list, It looks like the Twix has more added stuff like thiamine, monohydrates, riboflavin, these things. I don't know what it is, but they both also have this thing called PGPR. But what is PGPR? So PGPR, it's consisting of glycerol and fatty acid typically derived from castor beans, and it's used as an emulsifier that reduces viscosity, thereby enhancing flow properties in chocolate production. So it's used a lot in chocolate, and since 2006 actually. So manufacturer including Hershey's and Mars are increasingly being using PGPR as a much cheaper substitute for some of the cocoa butter in their formulation. So it's basically used for a substitute for cocoa butter. And I think it's also used to extend the shelf life of both of them. Right now we're talking about ingredients, but it's also important to talk about weight and price comparison. So when I'm looking at both of them, for example, this bar, which is $1, weighs about 50.7 grams, and this one is 42 grams. So it looks like this is heavier. Well, it feels heavier, you're right. Even though the KitKat is larger, it's actually less. It's less heavy than the Twix. So let's weigh them and see if it's actually right. Let me get my scale. All right, here's my old scale again. Ounces. Let's start with the Twix. So it says 1.79 ounces. Let's see. We have 1.82, so it's actually a little heavier than that. For the KitKat, it says 1.5, and I have 1.57, so close to 1.6. So they're both a little bit heavier than what they're showing, basically. Obviously, the Twix is heavier than the KitKat, but I'm gonna give you the information based on each pack. So meaning that eating two of the bars inside versus, I think this has 2 bars too. Whatever, you're eating everything that's inside. So we have, starting with Twix. Twix has, let's say, 250 calories. So this is 250 calories, this is 210 calories. So in terms of calories, you get more for the Twix. So I'm not sure if what you're looking for, if you're trying to eat more, gain more weight, or losing weight. So, depending on what you want, they both have different calories. When you get to total fats percentage, we have 11 grams for the KitKat versus 12 grams for the Twix. So more fats, a little bit the same, 11, 12, not a big difference basically. But when we go to cholesterol, it's less than 5 milligrams. Sodium, that's an important one. So in the KitKat, we have 30 milligrams of sodium versus in the Twix, we have 105. So Twix has more sodium, so be careful with that. Protein, we have 2 grams on the Twix versus 3 grams on the KitKat. So it's a tight match, but I'm gonna go for the KitKat. It has less calories in general. It has less calories, the less sodium. I'll go for the KitKat in terms of ingredients. So, in terms of taste now, taste. Let me unpack both of them just to show you what's up. So with the Twix, we have these 2 nice crunchy bars. Ooh, just look at that. I'm not gonna lie, the Twix is pretty good. Now with the KitKat, it's a little bit harder to open for some reason. But anyways, there you go. It's actually 4 inside, so you have 4 little bars. It doesn't have the caramel thing in it, but tastes better. Yeah, so it was really hard. I think I'm gonna go with this, with the KitKat. If you like caramel, you're gonna go with this. But it's a tough game. It's a tough match. So this is the end. Where's the winner? So let's review everything one by one. So in terms of design, I wrote it. I mean, they look similar. I mean, not similar, but they have similar nice properties in design. It was a hard choice, but I'm gonna go with the KitKat's design. Number two, price, same price, so nothing really, same price. They both get points for that. In terms of ingredients, I go with a KitKat bars. KitKat has less sodium, less calories, so I'll go with a KitKat. In terms of weight, the Twix wins in terms of weight, but with I'll give the Twix a win for that, for the weight. You paying, you get more for that. And then in terms of taste, this is where everyone has different opinion. I'm gonna go with I asked different friends which one did they prefer, and it come that people like the KitKat more. So the winner is gonna be the KitKat for this video. It's neat, less calories, tastes good, less sodium. So yeah, just go with a KitKat. Thank you again for watching the video. I hope to see you soon, and please don't forget to click on the subscribe button, and I'll talk to you later. See ya.